So gun owners in Michigan are finding themselves in luck. Lawmakers have named protecting the state's Second Amendment rights as one of their top priorities this session. The House Committee on Military, Veterans, and Homeland Security took up two gun-related bills last week. One would decriminalize carrying a concealed pistol with an expired license. Another would allow residents to carry loaded rifles on their own property, including off-road vehicles. Committee Chair Representative Bowe said that the bills are part of a bigger picture plan to strengthen Second Amendment rights in Michigan. Part of that bigger picture includes a bill that would allow citizens to carry concealed firearms without permission from the state and allowing CPL holders to enter gun-free zones. With me now to discuss Michigan's plans to expand gun rights and peel back some of these regulations is Rick Ector, who's head of Legally Armed Detroit and owner of Rick's Firearm Academy in Detroit. Rick, always good to see you.
Hey, Dana, always good to see you as well. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, this is kind of like the bright spot in my day because normally there's so many proposals, red flag laws, and so many other restrictions that really punish and limit the ability of law-abiding gun owners to protect themselves. And Michigan is doing the exact opposite. I mean, I love to hear this, but tell me, how is this happening, and what do you expect to happen?
I like the fact that our legislators, at least within the Michigan House, have taken up a number of pro-gun bills that are designed to empower everyday law-abiding citizens to ensure that we can protect ourselves if need be. The big question I have is if these bills do indeed pass both the House and the Senate here in Michigan, is what is our new governor going to do? And this is a great opportunity for us to find out what Governor Whitmer would do if these bills do indeed hit her desk.
Yeah, you have House Bill 4026 that allows license holders to carry pistols in gun-free zones, schools, churches, daycare centers, dormitories, and stadiums, places, honestly, where that would be if someone was going to carry out a mass casualty incident, they would have the greatest number of targets if they really wanted to make a statement. And sadly, I hate that, you have to think sometimes a little bit how these insane, murderous people think. But in order to protect people, you have to think like that. 4029 that allows concealed pistol or hunting knife without a permit. And then it gets into also House Bill 4097, and that is retired law enforcement to carry concealed weapons in gun-free zones. I actually was not aware that that was not allowed already in Michigan because it's law enforcement, retired law enforcement.
Well, it's things that seem to be common sense in other states do not exist everywhere. And very happy to say that our legislators who are considering this legislation are putting it on or hopefully will get it to the governor's desk and force her to make a decision. But as you mentioned earlier, a lot of these measures are really common sense. Most law-abiding citizens who are gun owners, they are not the problem. It is these individuals who have issues, who have no qualms about committing violence against their fellow men. We need to empower our citizens wherever they may be, and including schools that you talked about earlier. We need to ensure that the least of us are protected by those of us who are willing to step up and be protectors.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, you have a lifetime license. I mean, here they're considering House Bill 4021, a lifetime license to carry concealed. Meanwhile, New Jersey wants to raise permits to apply and then carry a license to something like $500 or something ridiculous. I mean, just 11 trillion times what you would normally pay just to exercise your Second Amendment rights. So this is great, and I'm so pleased to see this happen. And Rick, honestly, without voices like yours there in Detroit and other folks, I don't know that there would have been this much momentum to get stuff like this, these pieces of legislation, these proposals to the point where they are in this process. So congrats on those victories and a little bit of freedom up there in Michigan. That's great.
Well, let's definitely hope that we get all of these bills onto the governor's desk, and hopefully she'll do the right thing and sign them into law. We have nothing to fear from law-abiding gun owners who always do the right thing. However, when we enable bad people to do bad things because we allow the people there not to protect themselves, well, a disaster and a catastrophe can only happen.
Absolutely. Rick Ector, always good to see you. Legally Armed Detroit and Rick's Firearm Academy in Detroit. Rick, such a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.